Hello, this is Pop Pop, and that's Dexter, and welcome to the Prison Survival Guide UK, episode 2. It's actually episode 1. The first video was kind of like just an introduction, but in this episode, what we'll concentrate on is actually going to court and your first day walking on a prison wing. Okay, court. There's two kinds of courts in the UK, Sheriff Court and High Court. It's in England, Crown Court, and I ain't sure what the other one's called, but High Court, Crown Court, they're the big bads. They're the ones you're going away for 4 years plus. Unfortunately, I've visited those 3 times. And won 0. 3 loses and no wins. But now the thing is about court these days is a few years ago, not sure how many, they brought out the thing that you got a third off for an early plea. So everybody basically, if they're guilty, knowing they're guilty, will not run trial at all. They'll just plead guilty just for the third off. Me, cause I'm probably deluded and think I've got a winning personality, thought I could put over a jury a couple of times and got guilty anyway. So I mean, if you've got half a chance, I think it's worthwhile going for a not guilty, personally. It's maybe just me. Some of your lawyers will advise plead guilty. A lot of the time I don't listen to them. I've had a couple of good lawyers and I've had a couple that are absolute rubbish. I mean, I think it was my last one, wasn't it? Maybe not, maybe the one before. And the lawyer told me to plead guilty and I'd only get 5 years. I pled not guilty, I ran trial, and there was a sense there that it might go my way, but I ended up getting 5 years anyway, and that was running trial, and I would have got that, I would have pled guilty. So, yeah, it was 5 years, but that happened anyway. Another thing as well, if you're going up in front of a jury, you want to put over the best possible sort of version of you as possible. I mean, you ain't want to go there in a dirty tracksuit, but then again, if you go there with an Armani suit and your hair in a ponytail, you look like Don Curly Wurly. You look like a high roller and all the rest of that. And if you're trying to put across that you're a poor, put upon, and you're just doing it to get yourself out of debt, going in an Armani suit, smelling that expensive cologne and that, ain't doing you any favours with the jury. I mean, dress casual, smart, just not over the top. So anyway, you've appeared, the judge hands down the sentence. Another thing as well about judges, they come in all shapes and forms. I mean, I swear to God, I had one that fell asleep during my trial. I certainly was sleeping. I could swear I heard him snoring. That was in England. He must have been about 100 if he was a day. But some of them, so what you want is tough but fair. Another thing as well, a lot of your sentences are predetermined before it actually happens. Your lawyers and your prosecutors, they're all friends. They all drink at the same places or eat at the same restaurants. They're all socially intact with each other, and they usually come to some sort of deal before the trial's over. And whether you're going or getting off, it's a lot of the time it's predisposed and it's already made up. So anyway, you have to run your trial. You've got guilty. What do you expect? Yeah, well, you're put down in the holding cells again. You've probably spent a couple of days there, maybe just the one night, while you wait for, I think it's G4 or something. When I first started going to prison, it was a prison service that took you back and forward. Now it's a private company. You can tell they're private companies. They're usually out of shape. Out of shape guys, middle-aged women, stuff like that. They're working for minimum wage to take you back and forward at court or whatever. So you wait there, you get took to prison, you go through the big gates. By the way, the vans, they're tiny little things. They get called sweat boxes, and for a reason. They're tight. If it's a hot day, you do start getting a bit nauseous, and you could be sitting in these for a long time. I mean, I've sat while they've waited for the screws to come back for dinner, hours on these things, and they'll usually take you out of these boxes. I think there's maybe 6 to 8 different boxes per van, and they'll take you out one at a time to process you sometimes. That's what I found anyway. But anyway, you'll get into reception, they'll put you into a holding cell, and then this is where prison striptease comes in. You'll get stripped, searched going in. In fact, get used to taking your clothes off in public. If you're shy, get over it quick, because it happens all the time. Going to visit, you'll get stripped. Come back from a visit, you'll get stripped. If they suspect anything's happened to a visit, you'll get stripped. You get cell search, you'll get stripped. You get stripped anytime you leave prison, anytime you come back. Contraband, phones, drugs, you name it, whatever's worth money in prison, whatever's handy in prison, anything like that, they're looking for. Anyway, as I was saying, reception. Your first time in jail, they're going to ask for a urine test, they'll ask you all the questions. Religion, whatever, a vegetarian, smoker, not smoker. And if you're not a smoker, you will get preferentials. You'll either get put in with a non-smoker, or depending on whether there's enough space, maybe you can get a cell to yourself. But chances are, I reckon about 80% of the prison smokes anyway. So chances are you'll get put in with a non-smoker if you don't smoke, because I think it's a legal obligation now. No, they don't you're not meant to smoke on landings and stuff. You can only smoke in your cell or maybe on the yard or something like that. That came into effect in the last 10 years or so. I wasn't sort of stringent so much on the landing thing. I mean, some officers let you away with anything for a quiet life. Right, anyway, so you get to reception, they'll take your details. You ain't going to see a doctor right away. That happens probably the next morning. So you'll get in the reception, they'll give you some either a jumpsuit, maybe, or prison clothes, depending what jail you're in. Excuse me. This is unscripted and off the cuff, so my mouth's wet dry.
I'm full now.
Oh, I don't know whose water this is, but god damn, I needed that.
I want this now. I want it.
Anyway, you get took from reception to whatever hall you're going to, and this will depend on a couple of things. Whether you're an LTP. LTP means long-term prisoner. That's 4 years and over, as classed as long-term. If you've got a long-term prisoner, chances are you're going to a hall where it's all long-term prisoner. Remand, you'll go to a remand hall, which you'll get everything from refugees to shoplifters to people waiting on big trials, etc., etc. The difference between a remand and convicted as well, I think you get canteen twice on remand. I think you get to spend about £15 a week from your personal money on canteen, whereas convicted, I think it's maybe about £7 a week you could spend in your personal money. And that's money sent in by friends, family or others. Prison wages are not much to talk about. I think if you get £1 a day, you're kind of on a good wage. But there's a limit of how much you could spend at the canteen anyway. So anyway, I'm veering off again. You'll go to a wing. Now, what you're going to expect and what you're going to see are two different things. You've been brought up on American movies, you've probably seen the likes of Midnight Express and all these things, and you think you're going to go into that. There's going to be the bars, the guys with the little bits of mirror looking out to see who it is, people shouting fish, fish, and you be and all this and that. It's not like that. Well, kind of not like that. If you happen to get in when prisoners are on recreation or whatever, everybody wants to see who's coming in. And the reason for this is they want to see if it's somebody packing. That's my grandson Dexter, he met him from the last video. Yeah, they want to see who's packing, who's coming in, is it somebody they know from the outside, etc, etc. It can be quite daunting. I'd say the best thing to do, best thing is to come in nice and quiet, under the radar, when everybody's locked up, get put to your cell, settle in, and see what's what. When you come in and everybody's looking, of course they're all going to, as soon as you get to your cell, you're carrying your bits and pieces, your towels, your toiletries, etc. Everybody's going to come in, ask you who you are, where you're from, and you're packing. That's going to be a new thing. Everybody wants to see what you've got, what you have, and if you're going to be a soft touch. Just keep yourself at your cell. Find your legs over the next few days.
Hi.
Hey, hi. This is Dexter. Say hi, Dexter.
Hi.
Say like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
Good show. There he is.
You just go down there, like
Yeah.
I have an Xbox and you could watch YouTube on Xbox.
Yeah.
If you don't have a iPad, you don't have anything, then you can't watch our videos.
Okay. Anyway, we had a little bit of peace and quiet because Dexter was eating his chicken. What's our time now? 11 minutes 53.
Yeah.
Right, so what have I covered? Reception, basically. Listen, this channel is about you as much as it is about me. Yeah, it's kind of cathartic talking about my prison experiences. Everybody says I should have read a book. Sorry, I should have wrote a book, but I'm much too lazy, and this is far easier.
You're much too lazy.
Lazy, granddads are lazy bones. Anyway, I'm going to keep this short. Dexter, come here. Come and say hello. I'm going to keep this video short, but what I would like you to do is comment. Tell us what you want to know. I'm going to do the next video, a proper one on what to expect when you go in that wing, because there is a few different kind of prisoners. There's you get your heavyweight prisoners that have maybe got access to things that people want in prison and people can't get. You've got your sweetie bardens. I mean, that's just like basically a sweetie shop where you can get your noodles, your juice, your sweeties, your crisps. You get 2 pence, canteen day comes, you pay 3 back. You get 2 sweeties, 3 back. 3 tobacco, 2 tobacco, 3 back. And that's the way they make their money. And it's just that you get shops for every kind of thing. But I'm going to go into that in the next video. I'm going to keep this one short, sweet. I want to say thanks to everybody that viewed last time. It was kind of overwhelmed for the amount of views I got. And like and subscribe. I'm going to get these videos polished more, and I'm going to make it more structured. Still going to be unscripted, because I think that's the way to go. Honesty is the best policy. But yeah, feel free to tune in next time. Like, subscribe. Anybody wants to sub for sub, I'm prepared to do that. Like again, thanks. This is Pop Pop. There'll be another video by the weekend. Please like and subscribe, and thanks for the views. And out.